Welcome back to Elizabeth Plants. I'm Elizabeth, and today we've got a Greenspaces.ID unboxing. So I made this order early mid-August, something like that, and it is today I believe is September 11th. Just for a time frame of how quickly they gave it to me. So it's just a small order, but I thought I would open it up with you guys. It's kind of just a mix of different things, and I don't really remember specifically what's in this order because I have a root greenhouse order that I made around the same time that has not shipped yet. So I don't really remember what's in the root greenhouse order and what is in my Greenspaces.ID order. Something that I noticed when I was picking this up for my mailbox is that it was checked, opened for inspection, both by Indonesian Agricultural Customs, by United States Agricultural Customs, and I think somewhere else. There's a ton of different tapes all over it. But so it was opened up and inspected at least twice, I think 3 times. So we'll see if these guys made it. Huh, their branding team must be doing something different this little bit. Came with a little thank you card that has the claim policy and planting instructions. That's nice. I opened it up from the wrong side, I think. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5 plants here. Let's start with this one. Oh, actually, because I just read the label, this is the plant that kickstarted this order. So this is the reason I even put in an order to begin with. So this is the Syngonium Wenlindii. I think that's how you pronounce it. Let's see. A couple beautiful leaves on here. Like, look at that. I mean, even a damaged one looks good. That one will probably have to go, but yeah, so some are a little ripped, probably from people rummaging around in there. We got some browned tips, a couple of yellow leaves, but overall, she looks pretty good. I'm gonna break into the roots. Okay, so we've got a couple of roots right here that look like they were definitely rotted at one point, but when I tug on them, they're pretty strong now. They're not, the sheaths aren't coming off. And then there's a ton of white roots, so looks pretty good. It looks like there are technically 2 plants in here, but they're very tangled and I would like to keep them together. I think this one might be an Anthurium. I'm not familiar with the name they've got written on here. So that's exciting. And if you haven't already noticed, I will be putting on-screen pictures from just like a Google search of the plants that I'm opening. One of you guys requested I do that, and so I'm going to try and do that. Okay, interesting. This one might actually be a Syngonium. I didn't realize this is what I was going to get though. So I got essentially a vine. It'll probably have to be trimmed back because the end looks a little bit rotted. I don't know, can you even see that? The end's kind of rotted, so I'll probably have to trim it back and hope that I can propagate it. It's very pretty. So these are the leaves. Most of the leaves are yellow, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. So the backs then of these leaves are purple. You can see that. They're kind of the same color as my shirt. That's really pretty. So it is the ERYYTHROPHYLLum, which I believe is a Syngonium, but I'd have to look at my order form, which they didn't package, to know for sure. Let's break into the roots. Oh, so compared to the Wenlindii, this paper is very sticky and dry, which worries me. But I guess the others the Wenlindii, it was wet, so that also worried me. I guess you just have to worry a little bit when you agree to order your plants overseas and when they arrive inspected by many. It seems as though the roots were actually cut off from the plant. That really sucks. They were like pulled off. Because this is like a pretty intense root system. But it was entirely detached right there from, looks like it was right here on the plant. That's really disappointing. The entire root system, and it's a pretty decently healthy root system, detached. So this one will need some serious recouping. I'm hoping that I can bring it back with just one root. This isn't even the very healthy looking root. Fingers crossed for this guy. Definitely going in water. And can you do anything with root systems? Can you like propagate from root systems? Looks like some of this might be stem. There might be a couple of little growth bits on there. I think I might stick the roots in moss and see if anything comes from it. This is the next smallest one, so we're gonna do this one. And this is definitely a Syngonium. Okay, lots of yellowing again, but not everything is yellow. So this is a Syngonium ribbon. A little bit of yellowing, some brown tips. Just like normal long-term shipping stuff to the leaves. We'll probably lose quite a few. Hoping we can keep enough to grow quickly. Okay, we've got a couple of plants here. It looks like maybe 3, but one has some mushy bits that I'm just gonna pull off now. Whatever is in this package is making my nose run and tickle. That's not cool. Yeah, so there's some gunk on that one. We'll rinse it off. But the root system looks really good. You can see that. There's 3 plants here, so I'm hoping all 3 will survive. It's Syngonium, and I know Syngonium to be pretty hardy. So I hope that this guy does the same. I think he's really beautiful. I really like the coloring, the patterning on the leaves. I think that that's really nice. And then the one that they had pictured had ears. This one is a success. All right, we've got 2 more, and these 2 are a bit bigger than the others. So this is where I think the Anthurium comes in. So I didn't spend a lot in this order. I got some pretty cheap plants actually. They do have quite a few that are like $20, $30, which is pretty good. And so the Anthurium that I've got here are not crazy, like rare, sought after, I don't think. They were cheaper and I liked the way they looked. They keep tricking me. This isn't an Anthurium. The last one is the Anthurium. This one is an Alocasia. I don't remember what Alocasia I got. Oh, they labeled it. I just didn't see it. This is an Alocasia Borneo. I thought that I got this one with my greenhouse order, but I didn't. I got it with Greenspaces. Look how big and beautiful these leaves are. I mean, we've got 2 yellow, but I mean, for Alocasia, I'll just be glad if the bulb's not rotted. That's really cool. I don't know if this is normal. I'll have to look it up, but the stems are speckled. Let's see if I can show you that. I don't know if you're going to be able to, if the camera's going to pick it up. Gonna focus? You could kind of see that. It wasn't super clear. Wow, I'm really impressed by the size of these leaves. We lost 1 yellow leaf, and then we've got another one that'll probably drop soon. If I don't take it off, it looks like it's got some spots on it. But let's double check the bulb. This root system is actually very beautiful. It looks very nice. Very long. Looks healthy up at the stem and bulb. Yeah, the 2 leaves that are yellowed are the oldest ones anyways, which just makes sense for an Alocasia. It looks phenomenal. Ooh. this is the healthiest plant in this order. That's phenomenal. Usually the Alocasia are the ones I have issues with. That's awesome. Okay, I'm done teasing you guys. This one has to be an Anthurium. I swear I ordered one. Yes, it is. So my root greenhouse order must have more Anthurium because I definitely ordered a couple. And so I must have ordered them in root greenhouse. So you'll have to keep your eyes peeled for that video. They haven't shipped my order yet, so it'll be a while. It's been about a month with the documentation preparation stage. I've never ordered from them before, but I've heard similar reviews to Greenspaces.ID. They have similar pricing, similar processes, and so I'm expecting similarities. Okay, this is a big boy. So I believe this is the Anthurium Jari. Not entirely sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it kind of looks like, I don't know, like claws or something. I think that's really pretty. And this leaf is really pretty. It's a smaller leaf, but I think it's really beautiful. We've got a couple of dead leaves, this little one here, and then this one that looks like it was, oh my goodness, is this a flower? This is a flower. This isn't a shriveled leaf at all. This is a flower. It's yellowing. It's a flower. Oh my, I was not expecting that. Goodness. If you're familiar with either this Anthurium or Anthurium in general, this is my first Anthurium. Please let me know what I should do with this flower. I believe I've heard that I should take them off before they start dying so that they don't, I don't know why, I've just heard that. I'll have to look into it. But this one's yellowing, so I imagine it's dying. And if I need to take it off, I need to know, or I want to know. Let's check out this. I'm imagining there's a stalk in here because of the way it looks. I see white roots. This is a beautiful root system. I was right, there's a little bit of a stalk right there. But look at that. All of these white roots. I don't see any rotting. Some broken roots, but I don't see any rotting. What's really beautiful about this plant is how pink it is down there. Look at how pink that is. This is a beautiful plant. Look at that. I really like this. What I'll probably do is put him in moss for a little bit, long enough for him to adjust in my greenhouse. I think he'll fit in there. If not, then I guess near it, somewhere near a humidifier. I may have to move some of my adjusted plants so that he has space to adjust. But wow, it's beautiful. So yeah, this guy is going to probably go into moss. So is my Alocasia, because that's just what I always do with Alocasia. I found that if I put them in water, the bulb tends to rot, and I'm not interested in that. I do not want my bulb to rot. My Syngonium ribbon will be put in water. Syngonium, in my experience, do really well in water, and so I imagine this guy will as well. This Syngonium, whose name I cannot pronounce, this part of it will be going in water because I really need to rehab that root, and once it starts to adjust, I'll probably trim it back and see if I can't propagate it. But I will be attempting to propagate the roots and a little bit of stem that were snapped off probably in shipping or in customs, I'd imagine. Because these are some really decent roots, so if I can get something to grow from the little bit of stem here, it looks like there are a couple of nodes possible grow points. So I'm really gonna, fingers crossed, I'm going to try that in moss in my greenhouse. Most of these are probably gonna go in my greenhouse for a little bit. And then finally, my Wenlindii, the reason for this entire order, will be going in water. Similar reason, it's a Syngonium, and I found that they thrive in water when you're adjusting them. Also, if you're propagating them. So yeah, that was my Greenspaces.ID order. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever ordered from them and what your experience has been like. This is my 4th order from them now. You can find my 3 previous orders on this channel. Just type on the channel search Greenspaces.ID. I generally put it in the title or in the description, so you'll be able to find those. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know which of these 5 was your favorite. Subscribe to see more of my houseplant videos. And I will see you next time. It's a small order. Oh. Am I done? Whatever is on these plants is making me sneeze a lot. I'm allergic to whatever or something. I'm probably not allergic, but geez, it's making my nose tickle.